Hey, what's up everyone? Jason here. So before we start getting on this video, which is going to be the Virtue Spire number 3, yeah! We're going to go ahead and always give a shout out to Paintball Revolution. Really appreciate those guys over there. They gave me a call as soon as this hopper was out because they know I wanted to get one and do the video on it. So without further ado, here is the Spire 3 or the S3 or the VS3. A couple different names getting thrown around here. So now the one thing, the biggest thing, this is lighter than the previous Spire 3 and has a lot of cool features which we will be talking about today. I have already had the opportunity to use this as well with my i5 mask video will be up momentarily. Definitely take a look at that too. Home run Spire, home run Virtue, thumbs up, did not jam on me once. I was shooting graffiti, I know that's a good paint, but still, as fast as I could pull the trigger, my marker is capped at 12 BPS for field rules, never missed a beat, just kept on. Yeah, definitely cool. So, let's go ahead and start talking about it. So we're going to cover the outside of the shell first, then dive in, then cover a few really cool things. So the first things first is, no, this does not come with a quick feed, but you can purchase them. So I've already bought a quick feed. Now, with most of us, we know back in the day, you would have to open up your hopper or remove a screw or do something to install your quick feed. I'm really enjoying the fact that so many paintball manufacturers now are going away from that. Literally, to install the quick feed, all you do, you push a tab right in here to remove your standard lens, or it's not, I'm sorry, standard lid, pop it in place, put pressure, and your quick feed is now installed. That easy. This is also a really good bonus so that if it starts raining, I mean, you can open this up, hit one pin or one push button, put in your old one, and keep playing. Definitely a cool feature. Now this does have batteries in it, so the cool thing, you've already heard about this too, is when your hopper needs balls, these two LEDs will illuminate red as a warning indicator. Now, stock from the company, the beep or the chip, whatever you want to prefer to call it, is currently turned off. So that is the default setting. I prefer to have it off. I don't need everyone knowing where I am. Now, as you can see, I know it's ogging for a minute, so let's stop that. There we go. So, how these LEDs work is this one, ready? The V3, or the Spire 3, does come with a ramp. You do not have to do that $15 upgrade. It comes installed. Kind of has to. The reason why is the ramp, there we go, is what notifies the hopper of when you are running out of paint. So right now, I have my finger completely pushing down the ramp, and as the ramp begins to move, you see how it's bright, and then boom, red indicator to tell you that you need to fill paint. You do have a smoke piece of plastic right here so you can see inside the hopper as well. But the little red LEDs, I mean, as you can see, they're bright enough to see but not blinding. It's a nice feature. It'll tell you, hey, I'm going to need paint real soon, dude. So you're going to be able to know before you run up and try bunkering somebody and be like, oh, hey, look, I'm out of paint. Whoopsie. Time to get shot a lot. Okay, so now I'll turn that off for a minute so I just keep hogging. Now, the Spire 3 still uses the G-Force activator here in the front, which is a sensor that detects the movement of your gun, and then it decides how fast it needs to feed. So if you can feel your gun moving, it's going to feed faster. If it doesn't feel, it's going to stop. The one thing with the Spire 3 as well is, I know the previous model, some people's boards had an issue of constantly ogging. I have timed this. About 5 to 10 seconds, mine stops. If there's paint in here, it stops. So they did correct the issue with the tension adjuster. Now, it does have all the programming modes and everything, but per the manual, it states, do not change adjustments unless needed. So out of the box, it's a plug and play hopper. You don't need to change anything unless you are having issues with your marker keeping up with the Spire 3. So please keep that in mind. It is not a 200 shell. This is actually a 230 shell. So, how do they do that? A 230 shell and still lighter than the Spire 200? Who knows? So, on this video, we're going to use our handy dandy scale here. Okay, and we're going to go ahead, and it does have batteries. You heard it, OG. Okay, so 1 pound, 3.2 ounces, which is pretty darn light. I mean, as you can see, it not a problem. So without further ado, let's dive in. So with this one, it actually does open. It is a clamshell. So there is a spring hinge and the hopper opens. It's not just you remove one section and you got to work with everything. That's not the case. In order to do that, all you do, push this button in, releases. That easy. So as you can see. And there's the ramp activator, or the ramp that comes with it. So sweet. So in order to go even further, push this tab in, lift the assembly up, and there you go. You have your shell. Nothing else to it. Now, most of us are used to the predecessor, how right here is a button you push if it gets, and you need to pre-feed it. It's actually on the bottom now. So you push this button, that's what actually pre-feeds the next set of paintballs in there. So we don't really need this, it's just a shell. Here is the actual main drivetrain. Now the one thing they have done is, I remember when I got my first Spire, do not rotate, do not do this. Well, it doesn't matter anymore. Oh, I broke it! No. The actual feed assembly now is held on by a magnet. So you can just take this out, you're ready to rock and roll. And once you need it, you just put it back in. And as you can see, take it out, put it in, take it out. Real simple. So on the back, just like the predecessors, you do have the really awesome Velcro to hold the batteries in place. I like that feature. It does take 3 AA batteries. And just in case if you ever forget, it even says it on the bottom right there. 3 AA batteries. With any hopper or even a paintball marker, I always recommend use good batteries. Use a good brand such as Energizer, Duracell, paintball energy batteries. Do not use knockoffs. Make sure you use a good battery. I've lost how many times somebody's having issues with their hopper or their marker. I open it up and it's some 99-cent Target no-name brand special. So I cannot stress you enough, please, please, please use good batteries. Do not use cheapos, okay? Let's go ahead and keep shaking it here. Woo, okay. So in order to get this back in, all you do, reverse steps, pre-feed it to the front first. There we go. Click down, close shell. Now, just like any hopper I've done a video on, even the R2, sometimes fresh out of the box, these are going to be really stiff. So it might take you some time to open them up or get to certain components. So please keep that in mind. But overall, definitely pleased with my Spire 3 or my VS3, my V3, whatever people are calling it. You know, there's different names. I'm impressed with it. I like it that it's lightweight. It is still a low, you know, shell, low nose, and all that. So now, let me get my R2 out. Okay, and of course, here's my custom Joker R2. Okay. So I can tell you that the Spire does stick out further on the nose. But now don't forget, this is a 230. This is just stacked right now at 200. So remember, the Spire was 1 pound, 3.2 ounces. Let's go ahead and do the R2. And it does have batteries, just to clarify. Okay. Turn that on. And we'll do the same thing. Okay, so 1 pound, 4.7 ounces. So even with the 30 extra ball capacity, the Spire 3 is still lighter than the R2. So that's a pretty cool feature if you ask me. So, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it as always. Keep on. I'm going to have more videos coming up soon before you know it. So this is Jason with the Virtue Spire 3. Thank you very much for watching.